Your urge to garden might be uprooted by your living conditions or the unpredictable weather. If you live in an apartment or you just want to garden year-round, you might want to try container gardening. It's simple to do and it's easy to get started. So to help me get started is expert gardener Janine Jenkins. So what do you need to get started container gardening? What are the supplies?
Well, first of all, you need a container. And then after you have that, you need a suitable soil for starting out your seeds. You also need water and you need a source of light. And it can be artificial or if you have a sunny south side window.
What do we need to do to get started now?
So I just went to my local home improvement center and got some very inexpensive planters like this. And you'll notice that there's no holes in them, but they do have punch outs. And so first thing I did was punch out the holes because it's very important for the water to drain.
Okay.
And then the soil would go right through that. So the next thing you want to do is, and I just got this out of an old garden here, is put some of your landscape material down.
Okay.
Or you could put a screen, if you have some old screen, just to keep that from going in. And what I'm using today is a mixture that I got from my favorite garden center. There's perlite, vermiculite, and peat moss, about a third of each, which is a real good medium for starting seeds.
Okay, depending on what you're planting, does that determine what kind of soil that you would want to use?
Yes, it does. Some plants prefer more acidic soil, some a different pH, and so you kind of have to read the labels.
Okay, and so today we're going to be planting a variety of greens and lettuce, correct? So this is the best type of soil for this type of vegetable and greens.
Yeah, it's the best when you're using seeds rather than putting plants in. A sterile medium is the best.
All right, so now that we have our soil filled in our container, what are the next steps?
We're going to wet the soil down because one of the things that starts a seed germinating is water or moisture.
So we do this even before we put in the seedlings?
Exactly.
Okay.
We want wet soil, and really looks like I'm soaking this down, but there's a lot in there, and it should run through to the bottom because we have the holes in the bottom for that. And that's what's nice about the vermiculite. It makes it keeps it from compacting, and it drains well, so you don't want your seeds to rot before they germinate.
Okay.
All right. And it looks like we have. Okay. Seeds. If you want to open up the package there, you can see we have 14 different types of seeds in here. About 7 lettuces and 7 other greens, and so this is going to be something that you're going to be able to eat, and it's healthy for you. They're very tiny, as you can see. You might want to put some out in your hand there. And obviously, they don't go very deep. I can almost do it with my finger.
Might be a little bit easier.
Yes.
So that's as deep as it needs to go.
That's as deep as it needs to go. If you read on the package, it will say something like barely cover, which is exactly what we're going to do. And then this is the kind of the fun thing. You're not really planting seeds like this, you're sowing them. And we could sow them around.
So it says how to sow on the package here.
And I'm just trying to sprinkle. And here, I'll let you try sprinkling some just down a little groove there.
All right.
Just kind of spread them out. And hoping.
Now, would we use this entire bag in this container?
No.
Okay.
No. This is going to continue into my garden later on and hopefully last me for the whole season.
Okay, so how much? Am I putting too much in?
I think we got plenty.
Okay, so that's enough.
Yeah. And so you can see it doesn't even take that much. And
so then we can save this and do some more container gardening or gardening later.
Yeah. And the ones that I sprinkled around are fine. And then if you want to start that in, what we're going to do is just barely cover.
Okay.
Okay. In fact, some there I can see are maybe a little deep. But as the plants come in thick, you can thin them out and move them around. And then we want to water now the seeds.
Okay.
But if we did what we did before,
Too much?
we'd wash them
Okay.
away. And so for this part, you just, I have a makeshift thing here, and I of course marked it so that I know that it's water. And all we're going to do is just, and I'll do this in, we should have germination, little sprouts, within 10 days, and in 6 weeks they grow to 4 to 5 inches tall, and all these beautiful colors in here. So you can use it just as to bring some color and the outdoors in, or it can be your garden. You can transplant them out later if you're going to go to a garden, or you can just harvest them and start over and have year-round fresh lettuces and greens.
So how much light would these kind of seeds need?
They need 6 to 8 hours of light a day.
Well, I want to thank Janine Jenkins, our expert gardener, for showing me how to do some container gardening. And if you have any questions or gardening tips that you'd like to share, FindersKeypers.com would like to hear from you. So just click on the Contact Us button on the top of this page.